Hello everyone, this is Sharmin Khan from Milky Way Art Design. So today, as you can see, I have this canvas. A while back I did a Dutch pour on this canvas, and at that time I was struggling with Dutch pour. Even though it looks so easy, for some reason it was not working out for me, and even if I could do something like Dutch pour, it basically I was not happy with the results that I was getting. So I made a couple of like 3 4 videos on how to improve on my Dutch pour. I think this one was my video number 189. If you are interested to see how I did that, to get the complete idea, you can always go back and watch that video. Anyway, so today I am going to do is I'm going to enhance this Dutch pour using some flowers, and I am going to use pigments to create those flowers, and I'm calling them dry bloom because I will make these flowers on the dry surface. I will not layer anything to make my surface wet. It's going to be dry, just like as you can see. And on top of that, I will basically layer my pigments, and then I will use a straw to create the flowers. So the colors that I'm using today, this is Deja Vu from TLP, beautiful color. This is, of course, Groovy. I cannot live without this one. This one is from Golden, and this is, I think, Gold Iridescent or something. I don't remember the name. I also have some primary elements from Color Art. The first one is called Bleeding Heart, which is basically this. The reason I'm using these Color Art pigments because they're the grain of these pigments are bigger than usual, and once it dries, the shimmer is very prominent. And as the pigments are like bigger in size, sometimes, not always, sometimes I have a situation where this pigment tends to sink. There are techniques so you can keep them float. You use different colors underneath, but for this particular technique, I don't have to do any of those. I just can use it here and they will show and they will be really pretty. The second color that I have, it's called Fireworks, and again, very pretty color. Then I have, this one is called Pink Lemonade, and again, another pretty color. You always want some gradation of color, so this one is pretty light and it's really pretty. This is one of my all-time favorite. It's called Knockout from Arts Mind. Unfortunately, they don't make it anymore, but I have it in my stash and I'm using it. My cell activator today using Australian Floetrol, and it's Lamp Black from Amsterdam. So those are my color choices. I'm not sure which color I am going to use with what, but these are my options that I have today. So let me remove this first before I start. Excuse the background noise, humming noise, because I'm working in my kitchen, and apparently I decided to deep clean my oven, so my oven is on, and why I don't know. I also decided to paint in my kitchen, so here we are. So bear with me. I am going to turn my paint first so everything is close to me. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to make a flower here. Let's see how it turns out, and depending on that, then we will decide. All I'm looking at is, as far as composition goes, It dried nice, but here you can see that some of the greens from the beneath showing up, which is not pretty in my opinion. So I'm going to cover that up using one of the flowers. So at the center of the flower, I'm using the lighter color, which is the knockout, and you can see that it's going to dry thicker and it'll give a nice three-dimensional look, as I'm saying. Then I am going to use the pigment from Color Art, which is called Fireworks. There we go. I always like to mix up different shades. So another one is Pink Lemonade. Anything else? How about a tad bit of Bleeding Heart? Okay. So as you saw, I put the lighter color at the center and I'm just swirling the other ones on surrounding the lighter color. Then I'm taking a dollop of gold on top of the lighter color. And then I am using my cell activator, which is lamp black, which is going to go on top of the gold. Is there any rule for that? No, I just made that up as I'm going. So let's start. I'm going to use a straw. I will zoom in. I'm going to use a straw. I hope you notice that my since it's dry, my darker color is kind of going underneath and the lighter color is spreading on top of the lighter color, a darker color, sorry. So that's how my flower is developing. I hope it works. Okay, next one. There we go. Next one. We can always readjust as we go. That's one flower. Now I am going to use a kebab skewer, and I'm going to gather the, at least I intend to gather some paints from the sides to create some definition of the each leaves. Am I successful all the time doing that? No, but it doesn't hurt to try. Let's be honest, we do these things for our heart's content, so why not? If it makes me happy, let me do it. So here we are. What do you think? So here's one composition. Now I'm thinking, how about I do another one maybe here, because this is not doing anything for the composition. So yeah, but if I do something here, I'm thinking this gradient of greens and golds will go away, which I kind of try to keep. How about here? Yeah, let's do one here. It should be nice. And probably the other one should be here. But here's the thing, if I make this one right now, I would like to let it dry first, then I will do the other flower here. So I will wait a couple of hours, let it dry, then I'll come back, okay? So now it has dried on this side. Here it's still wet, but I can still work on here. So as I'm looking at the composition, I think I'm going to put another flower here and probably the other one here. Let me put this one, then I'll let it dry and see how it looks like. So first I'm going to again start with the knockout lighter color. And this time I will try to stick with lighter tone, because the color changes. If different flower is different color, it looks more realistic, nice. So this is my center. Then probably I will go for the sockeye from TLP, same color tone, tiny bit darker than the center. Then bleeding heart. As you can see, I'm going for a lighter tone. That way the two different flowers will be distinguished from each other. It will look nice. Of course, we need some gold. And after that, our cell activator, which is Amsterdam lamp black. Not too much. Oops, I did not want it to go there, but it did. I cannot do anything about it. So let's start. Again, I'm using basic dollar store straw. Okay, let's try the other side. I am going to do 2 petals on this side. And another one. Last one. So here we go. Better? What do you think? Now I am using a skewer to define the leaves a little bit more. There we go. So now we have 2 flowers. Do you think I need more for this composition? Let me show you the whole composition. Here it is. Honestly, I would say probably I would need something here, right? So for that one, again, I will let it dry, then I'll come back. Now we are going to do a 3rd flower here. Now that we zoomed in, I hope you can see that you will distinctly identify which one is the first flower, which one is the second flower. The colors did not blend in. The reason I could do this was I used different shade of the similar tone colors. I'm going to start my 3rd flower with Afterglow, which is a TLP color. It is kind of pink with iridescent colors. Now I am adding some fireworks from Color Arts. And on top of this one, of course, the gold. The reason I'm using gold for each and every flower of mine to keep some consistency. best way to blow for this technique is just blow small and make sure that you don't blow anything too hard. You can always go back and blow some more, but if you to start with, if you blow it too hard, the composition or the painting is going to get ruined and you'll get nothing done. I hope you like this technique, and also I want to see if you happen to choose to do this technique in your work. I want to see how it turned out for you. This is mine, and you can see the entire composition. And if you like my work, please subscribe and give a like to my channel or to my video, so it can help me boost my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today, and this is the end result. Until next time, bye. The black laces, the lines add such a beautiful definition to the flowers, and I cannot wait to show you after I let them cure and resin them.